The mysterious disappearance of an 18-year-old beauty queen, after months of erratic behavior. Tammy Lynn Leppert, who won 280 crowns in beauty pageants, disappeared in 1983, leaving a mystery that lasted for decades. Tammy Leppert was born in 1965 in Rockledge, Florida. Starting to participate in beauty pageants at the age of 4, Tammy won 280 crowns in nearly 300 different competitions, while also paving the way for a modeling career. The blonde girl appeared on the cover of CoverGirl in October 1978. Linda Curtis, Tammy's mother, supported her daughter wholeheartedly by acting as Tammy's manager, busily taking her daughter everywhere. In 1980, Tammy had a small, uncredited role in Little Darlings, marking her first appearance in a Hollywood film. She had another uncredited role in the 1983 teen film Spring Break. Filming for Spring Break went smoothly, but a party held for the cast afterward seemed to have a negative impact on Tammy. Those close to her said she became paranoid and withdrawn. Wing Flanagan, Tammy's close friend, said the model came home from the party a different person. Sometimes I'd ask her what she was thinking, if anything was bothering her. But she'd change the subject or say, "Oh, nothing," and try to laugh it off, Wing said. Linda also noticed her daughter's worrying behavior. Tammy once asked, "Mom, what would you say if I told you someone was trying to kill me?" I took a deep breath and said, "Do you think someone is trying to kill you, Tammy?" She said, "Yes," Linda recalled. Despite her unstable mental state, Tammy continued to pursue a career in Hollywood. In 1983, she went on to play a small role in the famous film Scarface. However, Tammy returned home after only 4 days of filming. Walter Leibovitz, a friend who was with Tammy during the filming of Scarface, said he received a call from the casting director saying Tammy had collapsed on set. They said they were filming a scene where someone was shot and artificial blood was spraying. But when they saw that scene, Tammy started crying hysterically. The situation was so bad that they had to take her to the car to rest, Walter recalled. In the weeks after leaving the Scarface set, Tammy's paranoia and anxiety became more severe, sometimes refusing to eat or drink for fear of being poisoned. On July 1, 1983, Tammy smashed a window in her house with a baseball bat and attacked her best friend Wing Flanagan. Linda took her to a specialist. Tammy received medical care for 3 days and was discharged. The report did not show that she abused drugs, alcohol, or had any medical conditions. But according to Linda, Tammy still seemed stressed, insisting that she had seen something terrible that she shouldn't have seen at the Spring Break cast party. Tammy refused to reveal exactly what she saw, only repeatedly stating that they would come looking for her. On July 6, 1983, Tammy suddenly disappeared. That day, she did not brush her hair before leaving the house, which Linda considered unusual. Afterwards, Tammy went out with a male friend, who was the last person to see her. He said that the two had argued, and he dropped Tammy off near the old Glass Bank building in Cocoa Beach, Florida, at her request. The building was about 5 miles from Tammy's home. Surveillance cameras later recorded her standing alone in a nearby parking lot. Tammy then walked to a nearby public phone booth, possibly at a gas station, and tried to call her aunt and a friend several times. Unable to reach them, she left several urgent messages before disappearing without a trace. Tammy was last seen wearing a blue denim skirt and a blue floral shirt, carrying a gray bag and wearing sandals. Some accounts say she was barefoot just before she disappeared. Linda claimed her daughter was afraid of the male friend who picked her up and dropped her off alone that day, leading many to question him. However, he was never officially named a suspect by police and no charges were ever filed against him. The police investigation led to a man named Christopher Wilder, nicknamed the Beauty Queen Killer, responsible for several murders of young women in 1984, some of which occurred in Florida. He often lured his victims into his car or home under the pretense of recruiting models for photo shoots and fashion shows. This tactic is believed to have convinced Tammy to follow him. In April 1984, Christopher died in a shootout with police in New Hampshire. Authorities have not found any concrete evidence linking him to Tammy's disappearance. John Brennan Crutchley, nicknamed the Vampire Rapist, is another potential suspect, having also committed crimes in Florida around the time of Tammy's disappearance, but police have had difficulty connecting him to Tammy. Linda theorizes that her daughter knew too much about the local drug trade and was silenced by a gang to hide the secret. Tammy is said to have mentioned money laundering in one of her. She was known to lose control of her emotions, perhaps suggesting that she was involved with a criminal organization or simply in the wrong place at the wrong time. However, these theories were never confirmed. Linda died in 1995, and decades later, the mystery of Tammy's disappearance remains unsolved.